I can't explain it, but we're going to talk about it. Competitive tickling. Happy hump day. That's right. The middle of the work week. That means we're halfway to the weekend, and I'm so excited. I hope you guys had a great Monday, a great Veterans Day. We did here, and I had forgot all about that. Usually I put a video out on Mondays, but I decided to take Veterans Day off, and to celebrate, if you will, with all the other veterans. But we're back. We're back. And this is probably the most important video I've ever made. Like, for real. Oh, my friends. In the description box down below are links to things that we love here, that we use personally, and that we have vetted, that we enjoy and whatnots. Promo code, save you some of your hard-earned money. Check it out, please. All right. Oh, let's get into it. Everybody take a deep breath. Holy crap. Here we go. Tickled. 2016. Rated R. Hour and 32 minutes. Okay. This is a documentary, my friends, about competitive tickling, if you will. At least that's how it starts. That's what you're led to believe. Okay? When a journalist, David Barrier, stumbles upon a mysterious tickling competition online, he dives deeper. He comes up against fierce resistance, but that doesn't stop him getting to the bottom of a story stranger than fiction. My friends, directed by David Barrier, Dylan Reeve, starring the same two guys, plus David Starr. Okay, here we go. Okay, now this starts out. Look, documentaries. I have a love-hate relationship with documentaries because, generally speaking, a documentary is very one-sided, and it even though it tries to play like it shows both sides, it's usually just showing you one side. Whoever made the documentary, it's their side that's always the positive side, and the other side's the devil. And then when you do a little research, come to find out there's way more to the story. If a documentary is done correctly, where it plays it straight down the middle, fair, shows both sides and lets you decide based on the facts, I like that. I like that a lot. Who doesn't? Like, there's all sorts of murder documentaries and true crime and whatnot. This is not that. This is so insane because it starts off, no joke, with this guy, this journalist from New Jersey. Oh my goodness. New Zealand finds this thing online wanting to hire people to do a competitive tickling competition. All expense paid trip to New York to do the competition, per diem, hotel, food, etc., and plus a high money, like you get paid for it, like big money. And he's like, what? So he reaches out to this company to get more information because he's intrigued. And he watches a couple videos of some of these competitive tickling videos per se. And it's extremely homoerotic, basically, where some dude is tied down to a table, a bed, whatever, and other dudes, now they're all dressed in like clothes, don't get me wrong, tickle the person that's tied down like as a form of torture. Well, this person laughs and uncontrollably laughs and is obviously not having a good time. And it just gets bigger and bigger. And it's like, what's the payoff here? Like, what's really going on? So he contacts this company, and when they get back to him, they're like calling him all sorts of slurs and whatnot, and making it out like that he's some weirdo, right? So then he's like, oh, no, we're going to figure out what's going on here, because something ain't right. That's the start of this documentary. And where it goes is insane. It is not at all what you think it is. But about halfway through, Nerdy Wife and I are like, yeah, we know where this is going. And we were right. We called it. And you probably will too. But you just are enthralled watching this. You're like, I can't explain this. I told Bushido Blues, I was like, you got to watch this, man. And he's like, what's it about? And I'm like, I'm not telling you a thing. I was in the middle of watching it. And I was like, no, not telling you anything. Turn it on. You're going to want to quit right at the beginning, but hold on. Keep it together. And you're just going to go down this rabbit hole that's insanity. Now, be forewarned, there's quite a bit of language in this. I mean, it's a documentary where they're talking to real people. And real people, this is not scripted. These are real people who are in really odd situations. And this gets dark and twisted real fast. So, yes, I'm making light of the competitive tickling aspect because that's insanity and makes no sense. But the fact of the matter is that what's really behind this competition is some really dark stuff. Like perverted dark stuff. So this guy doesn't quit. He wants to fight. He wants to get to the bottom of it. And the steps that they take to try to stop him. And as all this gets unraveled, you just can't stop watching. Like, this is more like enthralling than most thriller movies, right? I mean, you're like, what is going to happen next? It's insanity. Now, I will tell you, this is on Netflix. I know I said that earlier, but I'm telling you, Netflix. It's also obviously on several different places, I would assume. But if you have Netflix, go watch this. Go watch. Now, this is not for kids. All right, there's no nudity in it, but there's some topics being dealt with in this that are not going to be kid appropriate. Just telling you. But so just so you know, this like all weekend and all this week, Nerdy Wife and I have just been watching documentary after documentary after documentary on Netflix because we found like just a group of them that were like, what? This can't be real. What is going on, America? Come on. I didn't know about any of this stuff. I don't generally watch, like I said, documentaries are usually one-sided, and I hate that the way that they shine a light on one side, pretending like they're being objective. This is completely objective. A journalist who just wants to get to the bottom of it. He's not like, even when it's about competitive tickling competitions, he's like, I want to know what this is. It's weird. That's it. He's not necessarily rooting for the competitive ticklers or the ticklees or whatever. He just wants to know what's going on. And that, my friends, is journalism. You show the facts and then let the people decide. All right? You with me? Something that American journalism has forgotten. Talking to you, CNN, MSNBC, and others. Anyway, not going to get on a tangent. I didn't hear about any of this in 2016. This came out in 2016, and I have never heard anything about it. And if you haven't either, this is your next watch. I'm telling you, hour and a half of your time. Oh. All right, we got to go. We're going to get out of here. We're looking forward to Friday. I may talk about another documentary. I don't know. I've got a loaded clip of them now, man. I'm primed and ready to go. All right. You guys have a safe rest of your week. We'll be back on Friday. So for Michael, the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat silly nerd, we will see you then.